And I'm like,
Okay. You know Ron, right?
huh?
Ron, let's go.
All right. Welcome to Bucketphoria Christmas edition. We are back. This is a basketball podcast presented by Mafia Sports Report and the Sports Dynasty podcast. Let's get right into it. There's a hot team in New York, and that is the New York Knicks.
Well, technically both of them.
Technically both.
Both of them, but we're gonna highlight New York specifically because they also play on Christmas Day. So it makes more sense to talk about them. The Nets, I promise you, will get a dedicated episode to them because they actually are playing really good basketball right now.
Yes, they are.
Like better than what I've seen since they were together.
Yeah, that's true. I agree.
So the New York Knicks, they unfortunately recently just lost and got their winning streak snapped by the Toronto Raptors, thanks to a very key outlier, which was Pascal Siakam putting up 52 points.
Spicy P.
And Jalen Brunson going 3-14, having 5 turnovers.
Right.
Which was a very, very rare back game for Jalen Brunson for what pretty much was for him an all-star season.
Yeah, Jalen Brunson, it felt like every game he had a good game. That's what it felt like. Every time I checked the next game, Jalen Brunson's playing good. Every time I watched him play, he kind of transitioned into like a true point guard role, which is I'd never seen from him. I never seen that in Dallas. But, I mean, I guess that's what he was asked for in Dallas. I guess he's one of those players that whatever you ask him for, he can produce.
Right. And real quick before I continue, I want to ask this question.
Mm-hmm.
Like, is this the best point guard since who?
For the Knicks?
Yes.
This is the best point guard since Pablo Prigioni.
Prigioni wasn't better than Fountain, though. Prigioni wasn't better than Fountain.
He wasn't better than Felton. So now I guess the question is, was Felton better than Kidd? I forgot to bring up Kidd because Kidd did play really good.
Yeah, because Fountain was not Felton. Yeah, it's because Kidd was like 40.
Kidd was like 40. Remember?
Yeah, he had key threes when he needed him too.
Yeah, Kidd was killing. It's since Felton. It's since Felton.
Felton in that year when they won 54 games was actually really good.
Killing. Yeah, he was his pick and roll with Tyson Chandler was really good.
Yeah, it felt unstoppable at times.
Yeah, definitely their best point guard since Felton.
Since Felton, and even before that.
And even before that, probably since Mark Jackson.
Since Mark Jackson, probably,
yeah. Since Mark Jackson.
Yeah, because Knicks really have had miserable point guard play for years.
Now that I think about that, that's probably why they paid so much for him, for Jalen Brunson. It's like we never have a point guard.
Yeah, they
probably felt desperate to get one.
Yeah, they're rocking Alfred Payne, which Alfred Payne is one of those players that's like, he cool sometimes.
You want him as like that second rotation guy, or maybe even the third one, not the starter.
Yeah, no. As a starting point guard, that's miserable. He can't shoot.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
But about that, he's been fulfilling the role, shooting 46% on the field while averaging 20.
Really, those are you get an all-star spot with that. So let's see what happens because there's a lot of great players. I think the one who's guaranteed that spot is Jules.
Yeah, Julius Randle might be 2 times 22 and 9, and actually is shooting 32% from 3, which I thought was actually kind of better than that. I'm not gonna lie,
I thought he was shooting better, and I think last year he shot better from 3 than that. I think he shot almost 40. Last year.
No,
or was that 2 years ago?
2 years ago.
That was 2 years ago, right? He almost shot 40 from 3, right?
Yeah, no. Last year he was absolutely miserable from 3.
Okay, so that was his all-star year.
His first all-star year.
But it's weird because this year it felt like every time I see him shoot a 3, he makes it. So that's interesting. But I mean, even though you said 32%, which is not bad, and he's a big, so that's good. But he's rebounding really well this year. I believe he has double-digit rebounds.
No, he's close. He has 9.
He has 9. Okay, yeah, he's rebounding really well this year. Mitchell Robinson's playing really good this year too. For the limited time that he plays, this team. Emmanuel quickly plays well.
To me, the biggest thing is that for me, I think why they're so good is like Coach Tibbs is like finally embracing Emmanuel quickly.
Yes, which I always said for him to. What is going on?
I don't know. We're frozen for some reason.
Okay. That was one thing I used to rant about when we talked about the Knicks all year last year. Always, why is Emmanuel quickly not playing? Why is he? It almost felt like he was in the doghouse, and I didn't understand why. And I remember last year when the season ended, they went on this like stretch. They were winning to the point where people was like, "Well, will they make the plan?"
Right.
It was a question. It was a question, is what I'm saying. Before that point, it felt impossible. So, and it was Emmanuel quickly. He was getting more minutes. I think he started some games, and he was playing well.
Did he get 40 points in the game last year?
Yeah, I think I want to say it was against Miami. I think I'm not 100% sure, but he was playing well. But that's something that we always knew since 2 years ago. So I never understood that.
Yeah, it's like it's not just him that I feel like Tibbs finally embracing. He's finally embracing the youngins like him,
McBride,
Miles McBride,
Grimes,
and especially Quentin Grimes.
Yeah,
actually more minutes quickly. Actually, added 25 minutes per game.
And Obi.
And Obi, I still want him to start though. But listen, if Randall's gonna keep producing like this, then at this point it's completely fine.
Yeah, he can't be denied.
Yeah, exactly.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like a very underrated pickup for them. That's I feel like it's a big reason why he's been good is Isaiah Hartenstein.
Oh yeah, definitely, without question. Hartenstein gives him big minutes. Every time he comes in, is always positive minutes. He always he's kind of like a spark plug for them as well. Isaiah Hartenstein was a very big surprise for this team this year.
No, I like the pickup, but I don't think he's going to play as well as he did.
Me neither. I think that's probably the biggest surprise, even more so than the way Brunson's playing. I really didn't think as at the backup center role that he would really be such a positive note for them, which I mean is great. Listen, they were winners of what 8?
They wins 8 straight,
and I mean this season it looks bright. It looks like it's realistic to think about. Okay, maybe we could get a playoff spot.
Right, because as of right now, they are the 6th seed in the Eastern Conference, and during their winning streak, I will say this. They beat every team that I feel like they were better than,
which is still good.
No, like every team they beat, I feel like they're better, except for the first game in that streak, which was the Cavaliers.
Oh, that was a good one.
I mean, about to say the Cavaliers barely scored 80 points that game. They actually locked them up, but they beat Atlanta, which I feel like they're better than.
Yeah,
And as New York fans, I bet they love that because that's Trae Young.
They're better than Atlanta right now.
They're way better than Charlotte,
without question.
Sacramento, you could make the argument for either or, but I think it's better Sacramento personally.
I think because they could play on the other side.
But it's actually very arguable.
It's arguable, yeah.
Beat the Bulls twice at the United Center.
I was kind of like, they seem to have their number.
Beat Indiana.
That's a good one because that's always a tough team to beat.
Yeah,
I think that was in the road, right?
Yeah, they're at Indiana, yeah.
All right, so that was a good one.
And beat Golden State, that was kind of crippled.
That was like the giveaway win that they got.
And then they finally lost to Toronto. But again, it was going into the game, I've had a feeling that this is a game they probably going to lose because
me and you were together and we were literally, I kid you not, I was in Alex's house and we were literally talking about this is the trap game. We were literally speaking about it.
Yeah, I was like, Toronto's was losers of 6 straight and New York's winners of 8 straight. I'm like, this might be the game that they finally will drop, but it's fine.
No, it's fine. I mean, you can't win. They're not gonna win every game.
Exactly. You can't win them all. And Toronto again, and that situation is a team you just don't want to play.
Exactly. I mean, and listen, if a player's gonna be that great, I mean,
and again, it took Siakam putting up 52 points and Brunson having a ridiculously bad game for them to barely lose that game. I think they'll take that.
Exactly.
Because more often than not, you're gonna win that. You're gonna win that game more often than not. So it's
It's funny now that this team is playing the way they're playing. I always go back to the opener, and that was a sign with this team.
Right. Against
they
Memphis,
played Memphis in the road, and they fought them real hard. And you could argue they probably should have won that game. And look at how this team is playing now. This team looks tough, man. This team looks tough. And listen, the league's always good.
They look like a Tom Thibodeau coach team when they're good.
Yes, there's no better way to say that. They look like a very good coach. Tom Thibodeau team. It's good to know that he could still coach a team in this league.
Right.
I was calling for his job last year, and now I want to take that back now. He's earned it back. This is what I expect, especially because of what we've seen 2 years ago.
Right. And now, next they play the Bulls. I think they're going at MSG this time. I think they win that game.
I think they will.
And this will be a cool decision for the game after, which is the 76ers. Game 1 of our slate of NBA Christmas. The best time as an NBA fan.
Yes, sir. It's
literally like Christmas.
It is like Christmas. It's cool how things work out because they put these two teams to play and they're one of the hottest teams. They're probably 2 of the 3 hottest teams in the league at the moment, and they're going on a collision course. It's the battle of the streaks right now. Well, they don't have a streak anymore. It's a battle of the 2 hottest teams at the moment, or two of the maybe of the 5 hottest teams at the moment, and they're
all right.
have a collision course.
They played once earlier at Philly. Knicks won by 2, but it was no Embiid and no Harden.
So I gotta take that game with a grain of salt then.
Exactly.
Yeah.
This time, they will have Embiid, they will have Harden, but no Maxey. And God knows when the hell he's coming back, because I legitimately have no idea.
But this one, I'll kind of count this one because
you got Harden, got Embiid.
They got Harden and Embiid, and they literally won like 6 games in a row. So, this is an interesting one.
Both teams are pretty healthy.
Yeah, both teams pretty healthy. I'm going to go with the Knicks in this game.
At MSG, you got New York?
At MSG, I got New York.
Why?
I don't think James Harden is going to play good in this game. I think James Harden is going to play good in a playmaking standpoint in this game. He's probably going to not shoot very well from 3, and I don't think Tobias Harris will play good as well. I think RJ has a good one against these guys.
I got Philadelphia, and I'm going to explain to you why.
Joel B.
Yeah, pretty much. no, because there was this game it was last year, because this is a different Knicks team, but it was this game last year when they played. Mm-hmm. I think it was in the beginning stages when Harden first got there. All they did, it felt like it was give the ball to Embiid, and there was not a damn thing they could do about it. Because remember, Mitchell Robinson is a very, very undisciplined defender.
He is, yeah, so he got in foul trouble often.
He barely played. Jericho Sims gained minutes because of that.
That's really bad. I guess
David and I like what's his face? Isaiah Hartenstein. He is a decent defender and all that, but it's like
guard Joel Embiid.
But this is you can make this is if a few voters go a different way, you can make argument he could be a 2-time MVP right now. Joel Embiid.
That is a very fair point. I think you made a valid point. I think you made a valid point as to why you think Philly's gonna win. I'm interested to see on who would they run on Randall, especially because he's been playing so well lately. Because I feel like he could dominate them as well.
I'll say this though, I feel like Embiid's gonna come easier. If that makes sense.
Oh, without question, yeah. There's no debating that. Without question.
And another thing is like,
again,
and I'm not a fan of this Philadelphia team. I'm really not.
Yeah,
but it's like when you have a presence like that, it's very, very hard for you to like not take advantage.
No, he's a freaking monster.
Okay, what the Sixers being a winning streak when this game comes up, I'm not sure. Tomorrow they play the Clippers, so we'll see what happens with that.
Oh, they play the Clippers tomorrow?
Yeah,
that's a dangerous one for them.
That is very dangerous.
That's a dangerous one for them.
Sixers are 2.5 favorites for this game as well.
Okay,
and I think
that's a very close spread. That's a very close one. That's damn near. When I look at spreads in the NBA, if I see like 3, I think that's like a pick 'em.
Yeah,
that's pretty much like a pick 'em to me.
Yeah, because it's what's recorded 2 points for every bucket. So no, it makes perfect sense.
Right. So yeah, I'm pretty sure I think that's pretty much a pick 'em,
and
which makes sense.
And here's my last like question for the Knicks in this game is like, I don't know how they'll play against the dominant center. Because they played the Nuggets earlier and Jokic didn't play. They played the Sixers earlier, and what's his name play? Embiid didn't play.
What I would say is they have the players and the tools to switch to playing the perimeter, but that lies on RJ. Will RJ be good in this game? I don't know. I think he will. I think he's going to play good in this one. I think it was a good note that he had it going against Toronto. Maybe
he's been better as of late.
Right. Maybe that could be a start on something.
Or that could just be an admiration. He just goes like 4 for 50.
But I think the question
you just don't know him.
I think the question is with both teams, because I can see the same question with Tobias Harris. What Tobias Harris are we getting? It's kind of similar in that aspect with RJ and Tobias Harris, with both on their teams in terms of impact. Is what version of them are we getting? Oh, yeah. Melton too. We got to see what version of him.
Yeah, no. The Sixers have like you can make the argument they have one of the most inconsistent rosters in the league. Yeah, you got Embiid who's going to do what he do, right? But you got Tobias Harris, who is, again, it's like what I said in the last show. Tobias Harris is just Tobias Harris.
Pretty much. Yeah, I mean, you get what you get with him. It's no in between. It's going to either be really good or really bad.
De'Anthony Melton has, again, it's like he kind of shows why he got traded in the first place, because it's like, because there's games where he will be really good as the Lakers, and there's games where he is borderline unplayable.
Pretty much, I think like the last game, it almost took damn near the entire game for him to get a 3.
And no, cause I remember, I think last year in the playoffs, he played himself out the rotation.
I mean, like you said, I agree with your point. He shows flashes of why he got traded. Memphis don't look like they miss him a bit.
Oh no!
So-
they have the next man mentality.
Right.
You saw what the record was last year when Jai didn't play.
Exactly. That is very true. I think he's done more good than harm in his time in Philly.
Oh no, I agree with that. I'm just saying, like,
But your point still stands.
it's a concern,
Yeah, it's a concern for sure.
and that's gonna be the thing. If the role players don't show up, they're game right after this
They're
game.
gonna lose. They're gonna lose.
And B can't play all 48 minutes, especially in the game in December.
Yeah, because they have it's weird. The Knicks have more guys where I feel more comfortable in them showing up more so than Philly. So Randall and Brunson, and I just got Embiid pretty much. Now, if Maxey was there, I would say Embiid and Maxey, but Maxey isn't there, so I don't know how James Harden's gonna play in this game.
Yeah, because Harden, like, it's like he has a switch of when he wants to shoot and when he just wants to be
A scorer,
a
yeah,
playmaker. He can't do both at the same time for some reason.
yeah. At this stage, it seems like he can't do both. He has to like pick one. Maybe that's like a age thing, or the injuries is built up on him. Maybe,
right, exactly.
Yeah. So, yeah, those are just the questions. But again, I think it's a pick 'em.
Yeah, it's a pick up. I got Philadelphia with the win, and you got New York, right?
I got New York.
Okay.
Sir.
Moving on to game number 2 of the slate, it will be the Los Angeles Lakers going up against Luka and friends in the Dallas Mavericks.
I mean, already. So
no. Oh, that's actually very bad.
What?
So more than likely, no Finney Smith for this game.
that's really bad.
No Josh Green. Sorry, no Josh Green.
I feel like that's even worse.
No Max Kleber. And maybe no Kemba.
I mean,
And maybe no Kemba for the game.
who's looks.
And for the Lakers, no AD and Russ and Austin Reeves, we'll see.
See, if those injuries stand for this game on both sides, I don't know what's gonna happen because this version of the Lakers with no Russ and Reeves, it just feels like it's LeBron or bust. And this Maverick side, they still have Tim Hardaway, and he could probably have a good one. So it seems like the Mavericks have a guy, maybe a guy. Well, for the Lakers, that would be Lonnie. But
it's Luka first and LeBron in friends. If
pretty much
everything stands at this point.
Yeah, pretty much. It's pretty much Luka and friends versus LeBron and friends.
But here's the thing though, is like if Reeves and Westbrook does come back for this game, I see no reason why the Lakers don't win this game.
I'm with you 100% on that. If Reeves and Russ, I feel like even if one of the two are playing, the Lakers should win.
Like, because the thing is with Dallas is like, again, as of right now, their shooters aren't hitting the shots still.
No, they're not. They're not.
And again, it's like
I think Tim Hardaway's starting to play better. I think he's starting to play better a little bit, but Bullock is still whatever he's dealing with. I don't know what it is, but the dude cannot shoot right now. He just cannot shoot right now. I don't know what it is with Reggie Bullock. I think their best shooter is Josh Green.
He's been one of the better ones. Dinwiddie
Yeah.
shooting really well for 3-2, actually, surprisingly.
Okay, Dinwiddie. Oh, he's out too, right?
No, he's playing.
Oh, he's playing. Oof. If
Unless Victor lied me and say he's out. He's actually out.
so, now the question will be what because Dinwiddie could still be bad, so it depends on what Dinwiddie's gonna show up.
Yeah, because Dinwiddie's bad. Oh my goodness,
If Dinwiddie's bad, he will be a Los Angeles Laker.
Yeah, it's that bad.
Pretty much.
And you could make the argument for Troy Brown Jr. though.
That is very true. And here's another big problem because these two players are being rotated because we have no choice. One, Damon Jones, who's horrible and
that could be canceled out with
could
Dwight Powell minutes.
be canceled with Dwight Powell. But I think Damon Jones is definitely worse.
Oh, he's worse. No, 100%. Damon Jones is really
And
bad.
Luka is going to smell that blood. And then, I can't believe I'm saying this, but the even worse one than Damon Jones, and that's Kendrick Nunn, who is abysmal in this team. Yeah, Kendrick Nunn, I mean, It's hard to even describe how bad he is in this team.
You know his last name, Nunn?
Mm-hmm.
That's the mark production.
None.
That's the production. He was better last year.
He was way better last year,
and he didn't play.
Exactly. He was better last year.
He's been horrible for the Lakers.
Mm-hmm.
He you know the Tony Snow meme. Shout out to Tony Snow, the GOAT. There is new
feeling dangerous.
Feeling dangerous. Just out here running.
Mm-hmm.
He's doing that on the consistent basis.
On a consistent basis, dude. How does he have 0 across the board constantly? Every time I see him shoot, brick. I see him lose the ball. It seems like he don't even have handles anymore. He has loose balls. He can't really. He's just horrible, bro. He's just horrible, and it is an eyesore to watch him play.
I think we should sign Kemba Walker.
We should have signed Kemba Walker. Kemba Walker would not be doing this. Even the version of Kemba that we thought existed currently, it would not have been this bad. This is ridiculous. And you know what makes it so much worse? This is what makes it so much worse, right? That especially like for me too, it always pissed me off when it showed him in a suit last year. It pissed me off. It pissed me off to no end. I'm like, yo, when are you going to play? When are you going to stop stealing money from us? I wish he never played.
Now he's playing and stealing money from us.
And stealing money. I wish he never played. I wish he never played, bro.
Nah, it's to the point that, again, with the amount of progress the Lakers signed, I don't know why he plays, to be honest. I genuinely don't know. I'd rather Patrick Beverly play. And he actually makes statistically really bad this year.
Exactly.
Patrick Beverly. And I still rather have him on the court than
Kendrick Nunn. Darvin Ham needs to see this. Kendrick Nunn, count your losses, bro. Count your losses with Kendrick Nunn. He is not good. Yeah, because you have...
Should we sign Roberto?
He's not going to sign him. He's in the top of the world right now. Dropping 50 in Chinese basketball leagues.
Listen, if it don't work out, just go back. They'll take you.
Nah, listen, you're right. They will take him because he's like an MVP level player over there.
That's what Jeffrey did. He played 6 games for the Suns when he came back. And you know what? Right back to Shanghai and dropped average 50. Listen.
Yeah, you're right because they're running. I think it's that Russ is out. That's what it is. They're running Pat Bev and Nunn. It's because they have to.
No, because that's what
it's because he has to.
And same thing with David Jones. It's because Anthony Davis is out.
Because he has to.
Even I still wouldn't do. I was running when you gave it the 5 if I have to. I'm sorry.
I will run red when y'all gave it the 5.
Because I'm sorry. This dude David Jones is absolute scrub. It's ridiculous at this point. I watch him.
He has no defensive IQ.
Like he jumps high and can't time his jumps. That sounds really bad, by the way. But I'm telling you, that's what happens. There was a game against the Wizards. Russ threw a lot, and he mistimed his jump and missed a lot.
I seen that one, and actually he did that again yesterday too. That happened again yesterday.
I'm like, yo,
yeah.
Trying to tell me there's no one in free agency that's not there.
Yeah, Schroeder threw him a lob, and he mistimed it. And I'm like, how, bro?
You're going to tell me that there are no centers that can play minutes right now?
Bro, we can't pick up Greg Monroe. Can't pick up Greg Monroe. Remember he played like how bad it was last year with injuries that he played.
He actually played really well.
He had to play.
He played well that game too against Celtics.
In this game, I am going to pick the Mavericks in this game, unfortunately.
Pick a Luka Doncic?
Yes, I am.
Will it cover?
What's the spread?
8.
No. They're not going to cover that. The only way they cover that is if Dinwiddie plays really well. The only way.
I got the Lakers.
You gonna pick a Lakers select show?
I got the Lakers.
I hope you're right.
Because there is no level that Dallas will not sink to that's really bad. Luka Doncic having a great season, like always, he's Luka Doncic. But the problem is like, since no one else is playing well, he's gonna burn himself out. It's not gonna happen now. Again, it's against only December, but it's gonna happen eventually with this Mavericks team. Now, the thing is like, as good as we are defensively in the perimeter, they're not gonna be able to get those shots up. So they're gonna have to rely on going into the paint, and it's just not gonna work. They're not good around the rim. Luka Doncic takes double about 2-point attempts than the next person, if I remember correctly. So, like, who else you got to go to the rim? Spencer Dinwiddie? He's not that good of a defender. He could do it, but he's not that good at it.
Mm-hmm.
Tim Hardaway Jr., same thing. Like, the biggest thing that might give them this win is the fact that they have Christian Wood.
That's a problem, bro. They definitely have more guys than we do at the moment.
No, they will definitely do. I will not deny that. But the problem is, they also have many guys that will literally fall asleep and not play well.
That's
and
true.
The fact that Dorian Finney-Smith and Josh Green might be out for this game, it's a ridiculous both to them.
When you mentioned Christian Wood, I could like image the possessions where Damon Jones is in a game.
Oh, and he scores every single time.
He's just at his will every single time. I could already see it, bro.
And you would think Damon Jones would score right back, but he's too whack to do that.
But he's too whack. And this is Christian Wood we're talking about. Oh, man. I mean, it's possible. Because I think LeBron's going to be great because he's been in a really great stretch right now.
Yeah, ever since you called him out.
Yeah, pretty much ever since I called him out. He's probably going to get like 30 in this game. He's taking less threes. He's taking more middies. He's going more inside.
No, he's been good.
Yeah. I think he's going to be fine. We need Lonnie. We need Lonnie here. I need Lonnie. I need to go from Lonnie.
And the thing is like this year I can legitimately say they're still haven't throwing winning record because of injuries.
Right.
This year I can legitimately say that. Last year they were just whack. I don't want to hear all that.
And I kind of feel like in a way, because there's something that someone said, and it always stays in my mind every single time. And I was staring at it yesterday. It's those minutes when Lonnie's in and Pat Beverly's in the lineup. I feel like Pat Beverly limits Lonnie.
I still don't understand that, by the way, but it can make sense.
Yeah,
because Lonnie is very good around the rim, and who's gonna respect Patrick Beverly's jump shot?
Right, you know what I'm saying. So I feel like Lonnie needs that option where he can drive, because there's possessions where he's just a spot up.
Right,
and we've already seen how special he could be when attacking in the paint. You know what I'm saying?
And credit to Lonnie Walker, he actually is hitting the threes this year. That actually was a very pleasant surprise for me.
He is hitting them.
Because I was very upset when we picked him up, but he's been playing really well for us.
I think like in the splits that we hit threes now is the more realistic version of what we are.
Right.
When it started, that was just like a nightmare. Is what it was. It was just a nightmare. That's what it was.
Remember that first Clippers game?
Exactly. We eased into a normal,
an okay 3-point shooting.
Yeah, an okay.
Still not great, but it's passable.
It's passable. Exactly. It's not, And he, like you said, he's been doing good on it. I see him doing spot ups. I mean, he shoots without thought. I'll give him that. He has confidence in that shot when he's open and he spots up.
And
I think I'm not worried, even though he's been getting me so mad lately. I'm not worried about Schroeder in this game. I think he's gonna kill them.
Yeah, I'm about to say
I think he's gonna kill them.
Especially with no Javale. Oh no, he actually might play this game. McGee, but I think kind of been out.
McGee,
he's kind of been out of the rotation.
Yeah, he's been in and out. That I still think Schroeder will be fine. He'll work him in that pick and roll.
Right. So moving on to the next game, the best game of this slate, Milwaukee Boston.
It's the heavyweight championship match.
The heavyweight championship match. I will say this though, for the Boston Celtics, getting a little chilly in there because y'all been kind of trash as of late.
Yeah, they're getting owned by Orlando.
I always give you the fact that at least he didn't play that game.
He didn't play one of them.
Tatum.
He didn't play one of them.
I said one of them.
Oh yeah, okay.
The other one, they still. I feel like the other one that he actually played in was worse. Yeah, the other one he played in was actually worse. They lost 5 of their 6. The one win being that Lakers game, which the Lakers dropped.
Oh, unbelievable!
And literally Tatum and Brown killed at the same time. That's some bullshit. But they do that now, so it's fine. But anyways,
right.
This is the first time they played.
Oh, this is take one.
Yep, I believe since
this is take one.
This is take one since
Game 7.
Since Game 7 of last year.
Where's this game at?
TD
Garden.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I can't wait for this game.
So
I love when these two teams play.
Robert Williams recently came back.
Right.
And I've seen a little bit of that Pacers game. I saw him punch someone's shot. I'm like, oh, okay, he's okay. No, he's good.
Yeah, he's good. This is a tough one. This is when these two teams play. It's always a pick 'em, man. It's always a pick 'em.
No, these are two teams that every single time they play, it's like
it's gonna be a movie.
Like, exactly.
Yeah, it's gonna be a classic every single time they play. I love it.
Yeah, and I'm pretty sure we all in agreement that series was easily the best series of the playoffs last year.
Without question, it was fantastic, man.
We got Tatum dropping literally surviving championship mode, dropping 50 in a game in a game.
That was his best game in the whole playoffs.
We had the rivalry of Al Horford and Giannis.
Yep, the Al Horford game. That series was so much fun. That series was so much. I really truly enjoyed. That Al Horford game was crazy. That's the game that won them that series. It was that game. It was that game. That was ridiculous, bro.
Nah, I'm never gonna forget the image of Horford dunking on Giannis as an image.
Ridiculous, and it was an N1.
I don't think that's an image I'm ever gonna get out of my head. By the way,
that game won them that series because Game 7 he was gassed. That game won them the series. I'm gonna go Milwaukee here, and the reason why I'm gonna go Milwaukee here is because I don't think they're gonna lose 2 games in a row because they just recently lost to Cleveland, and they recently lost and they lost to Memphis too, right? Are they in losing streak?
I don't think so. I think they won a game between.
They were in between.
Yeah.
So they kind of recently lost to 2 of like the bigger teams. So I feel like they're gonna want to take one of them. And Giannis, he's one of those guys. He likes to take things personal.
He's kind of underrated person at that. But
yeah, because I know he's like that. Yeah.
No, he's like that, but it's when he's one of those players that you like don't expect him to be like that.
Yeah, it's kind of like low key,
right?
But then you could kind of like sense it. And I feel like he lost them too in Game 7. I know he's gonna want to. I think Giannis goes to 40 in this game. 40 and 14.
40 and 14. Okay.
Giannis. Yes. And the Bucks win.
And the Bucks win.
Yes, sir.
I'm also gonna go with the Milwaukee Bucks.
Mm-hmm.
Reason being is that like they were more like Chris Middleton back in this game, so that's huge. Joe Ingles finally played his first game recently.
Joe Ingles, yes.
You know the pickup of later on in the season.
Pickup of the free agency.
So this is the first time I think Milwaukee's been fully healthy since Game 2 of the first round last year.
No, it's a really good sign. It's a good sign that around this time of the year, especially.
They beat New Orleans in between that, by the way.
Oh, they beat New Orleans.
Remember the game? Yeah. Jones Valanciunas was the greatest day of all time.
Right, and Giannis destroyed them. Yeah, Giannis destroyed them.
Giannis destroyed them, and Brook Lopez destroyed them.
So they did have a big win. They beat New Orleans. Okay.
Yeah.
They did. Okay, I completely forgot about that. Even though me and you literally spoke about that game, which is funny. That's interesting. This is a kind of like a good time to get the team healthy because you could kind of get minutes with these guys and see how you want to. Budenholzer can see how he wants to rotate Ingles in this lineup and what kind of situations because he can play make.
He can.
So yeah, this is gonna be really good. This is gonna be a good one, man. I think Tatum's gonna show up. Tatum likes to play good against these guys too. Jaylen Brown, he's probably gonna dunk on somebody since he loves doing that. Right? He loves doing that. Philly and Milwaukee. Yeah, it's like he likes posterizing these teams.
I don't know why either.
Right? I'm sure Marcus Smart is gonna show up. He's gonna hit a couple big threes in this game. I know Jrue Holiday is gonna show up, especially because of the way he played last game. I know he's gonna show up in this game.
No, this was like this is gonna feel like a playoff game.
It's gonna feel like a playoff game. It's gonna feel like a playoff game. This is gonna be the best game in the whole slate.
And I remember last year when they played at Christmas, it was a banger when that's when Boston blew that big lead and Milwaukee came back and got the win.
Yep.
Boston's favored, by the way, which I would figure.
I figure too. They're number 1 seed.
No, they're not.
Oh, they're not anymore.
Nope.
Who is it now?
Milwaukee.
Ooh.
By half again.
Okay, because I know they had after the loss.
They got remember Boston did lose 5 or 6 games.
Okay, got it.
So yeah, Milwaukee, Cleveland, and Boston are already off a game with each other.
So they're probably favorite because they're at home.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
4-point favorites.
That's like a pick'em. Yeah.
Yeah. So Randy Greens, Bucks win.
Bucks win. I got Bucks.
Pick the best player in the league.
Yes, sir.
Over probably gonna be the MVP.
Probably because this race is ridiculous. So let's see how long that lasts.
Right. Next up, this might be the worst game in the state, but this also can be the best game in the state. This game is weird.
Mm-hmm.
It's Memphis and Golden State.
Oh, I mean, so it can be, but Ja's one of those guys too where he thinks out loud, and you know that he really takes this personal. So even though those guys are not there, he probably gonna want to bully on the team anyway.
He always averaged. It felt like he always averaged 40 when he played this team anyway.
That's true. That is true.
So not much is gonna change.
Yeah.
The good thing for Golden State is Steph Curry will still be out, unfortunately, but you might get a certain somebody back.
Play?
No. A Wig.
Ooh.
They might get Wiggins back.
Ooh. If A Wig is in this game, that shall make things interesting.
The person that still wanted in Memphis for murdering Brandon Clark on Cold Blood in that post for that.
Exactly. He did. He is one for a lot of murder in that playoff.
Yeah, that's good.
Right? With Wig there, it could be interesting. I'm still gonna pick Memphis in this game. I'm hoping for a good game, but if they were in Memphis, I think they would have got routed. I think they would have got destroyed if they were in Memphis.
With that trick.
Yeah, it would have been whoop that trick all over the place. But since they're in Golden State, this might be a good game. If Jordan Poole plays great in this game, with Wig doing his thing, this could be a trap for Memphis.
So this is no, because the Warriors without Steph Curry is kind of a trap team level-ish team in some senses.
They're like fighting between borderline trap team to lottery team.
Yeah, they're around that.
They're around that level.
That gray area because there are games where they actually will play you tough and they'll just lose.
And then there are games where they will look.
What they look like the number one pick in the NBA,
like the last time.
As New York's, both Brooklyn and the Knicks.
Exactly.
They will tell you that. But they're going to be a team like the Toronto Raptors.
That's true.
With Jordan Poole playing the 50, it was hilarious.
But
the good thing for the Warriors is that this is the next game. They literally they're not playing until that Christmas game, so they have a bit of a rest.
They need all the rest that they can get.
Hence why I think Wiggins and DiVincenzo might come back. What sucks though is that Curry will still not be here, but this is a winnable game still for the Golden State Warriors.
Yeah, it's winnable. I'm gonna roll Memphis on this one though.
I'm about to say, with all that being said, I'm still picking the Grizzlies to win this game. By the way, I'm like I know I'm trying to paint the picture of maybe this could happen, maybe this could happen. More than nothing on this game, more than likely. But saying
it can happen.
Remember in 2020 when they beat the Rockets.
I remember.
And they won.
See, this is different though, but they have a certain level of ownage on that team. They on their mentals. That they were on that team's mentals, bro. They really were. This one with Memphis, it more so feels like Memphis. It more so feels like you could kind of like feel that it has rivalry air,
right?
Like you kind of feel it. Where Memphis is like, nah, we can take y'all. We can take y'all. We don't care who y'all are. More so with Houston. Houston was too try hard to try to overtake them to the point where they just got destroyed.
So like Portland.
Yes. Yes. They got sunned. They did. Memphis more so is more so like it feels like Golden State has a little more like respect for them. Like Golden State knows that all right, we gotta play for real against these guys. Or it could be troublesome.
No, it's going to be troublesome. And again, the Memphis Grizzlies are a very scrappy team.
Right. And they're very scrappy too, which helped. I mean, that's the nature of their organization.
They talk a lot of shit, by the way.
Yeah.
They really do. And I can't say they back it up. Okay, they don't back it up because again, they are the number one team in the West right now, but I'm just saying
they're a force to be reckoned with.
They're a force to be reckoned with.
Yeah.
I do want to talk about the Grizzlies real quick before we move on to the next game, because it's like with the amount they are talking, which listen, I don't have a problem with it. Y'all say what you gotta say. Y'all kind of have to win a ring soon.
Yeah, they got to. Hell yeah. I mean, well, I feel like that should be expected. They're an elite team in this league.
No, I'm saying because if there's a certain team that wins one up before you, it's gonna look really bad.
Oh, you talking about New Orleans?
I'm talking New Orleans.
Yeah, you talking about New Orleans. Yeah, if there can be a world where these teams do play in the playoffs.
No, there is, and I'm pretty sure the NBA and all of us really wants that to happen.
Hell yeah! Could you imagine
Ja
versus Zion? We'll be blessed. We'll be blessed with this.
Right.
This draft class will be living up to all the expectations. The Pelicans is a elite team. Memphis is an elite team. Two players of the future already going head to head. Oh my God!
Bro, what more can you ask?
As NBA fans, this is what we live for, bro. This is the type of things that we want so badly. So I hope it happens. But to your point, because there was always this thing where people already ran it off that Ja was the guy of this draft class.
I still feel that way, by the way,
right?
But that doesn't take away that Zion is not ridiculous,
right? But if this were to happen, and Zion, and there won't be no excuses. You got elite team. Whoever wins is just a better man.
Yeah.
It's as simple as that. So if Zion were to overtake him on that, that would be interesting to see. But yeah, I mean, I like the confidence, but this is the West. So
this is the West. I would not be surprised if you play like the Clippers and second round of Clippers take your ass out.
Can happen. This is the West. The West is It's a war here. It's a war.
I'm gonna say this right now. If you do play the Trailblazers in the first round, don't talk shit about Damian Lillard because I don't like him that much as a player. But talk about people that take their personal. That's him. He's probably number one.
He's number one. He's probably number. And you talk in terms of this league, yeah, he's probably number one.
Yeah, in terms of currently in this league, he's number one. Number one. Obviously, number one is Michael Jordan,
right,
of all time.
Yeah, he is one of those guys where you kind of got to be careful. If you mess with him too much and he gets too mad, you might have a problem in the playoffs.
He's averaging 50 on you.
Yeah,
he's going to average 50.
And if he does that, then say goodbye.
Let's say goodbye. You get eliminated.
You're done.
Ask OKC.
Yep.
He literally shot their franchise away with that shot in game 5.
So there's a lot of like I would pick them because I feel like that Nurkic thing, and because Steven Adams is going to probably average like 25 rebounds a game in that series.
You ain't gotta play. You could literally run most lines with Jared Jackson as the 5, and you could literally just run past him.
Yeah, he would. But yeah, I mean, I like this. I love players like Ja. He's so great.
I love that. I love. He's my favorite in the league currently. But at the end of the day, it's like you gotta get shit done at the end of the day. To your point. If Pelicans passed them in any way in this, if they passed them this year, that's cause for concern. That's the one, like out of everyone, that's the one team that you can't let that happen to. You cannot let them pass you. You can't let that happen. And if you're John Morant, you cannot let Zion beat you. You can't.
And you had the head start.
Exactly.
Yeah, you can't let Zion beat you.
Had the head start.
Mm-hmm.
Moving on to the last Christmas game. I really want to talk about that, but
that was interesting to talk about.
More the last Christmas game.
Mm-hmm.
Phoenix and Denver. Oh, by the way, before I go to that, the Grizzlies are 5-point favorites. Do you think they favor? Do you think cover that?
They're 5-point favorites. If they win, they'll win by 5 because they'll win fouls, free throws. Yeah, I think they'll cover it. If they win, I think they'll cover that.
I don't think they will. I don't think they will.
I don't think they will. You think it's a one-score game?
Yeah.
Interesting.
But yeah, the last game, Phoenix at Denver. Denver 2.5-point favorites.
That's low.
That's low. Yeah, that is very low.
That's low. I'm easily picking Denver here.
I have a question.
Yes, sir.
Denver can play?
If Denver Booker's not playing, they're not winning. That's one.
If Denver Booker's not playing, they're talking about losing by 40.
Yeah, they're getting destroyed. 2, I was picking Denver with the mindset of Denver Booker playing. I'm picking Denver regardless. 3, Phoenix is in shambles because DeAndre Ayton is beefing with his coach right now.
I see everybody has their day for the Suns as of right now, so I legitimately have no idea if they're playing. My guess, I'm going to assume that they are.
Let's assume that they are.
I'm going to assume that they are. By the way, I'm still picking the Nuggets to win this game, by the way.
Me too.
That wasn't really like... Okay, I asked that to see if this would have been a game worth watching or not.
Because this could low-key be the worst game in this league.
This could be.
Yeah, it could be.
And I will say this about always the last game of these slates. That's always be like the burnout period.
That is kind of like the burnout period. Yeah, because you're literally watching games since 12. It's like a NFL Sunday NBA version.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Except 1 hour earlier.
Right. Yeah, 1 hour earlier, 12 o'clock. Yeah.
So it's like I can see like, you know, I can see where Phoenix keeps it close. Like again with their Booker playing and all that, but and to your point about DeAndre Ayton, who is going to be here in this game, is like as good of a season he's had so far this year. He's actually playing really well. I will give him that.
Jokic is going to fry his soul.
I was about to say, Nikola Jokic is Nikola Jokic, and
he's going to fry him badly.
You can make the argument he's the MVP right now too, by the way.
That's what I was saying with the Tatum thing. Again, I go back to what we did. I think this probably might be the best MVP race we've ever seen. It's always changing constantly. So many players are playing so phenomenal.
I don't think he's MVP this year.
He might get narrative.
But he could be. Like he could be. But voters fatigue is a thing.
He might not get it because of plot armor.
No, it's like voter fatigue is a thing.
Yeah.
Who's the last person to double 3 straight?
Larry Bird. He was the last one. It was Larry Bird.
Like it's probably one of those situations where he don't win because of that, even though he has gone down though from his like stats from last year though.
It's because he has a team.
It was except for six went up a little bit.
Team, yeah. Fun fact: he's plus 1,200 to win MVP right now.
Really?
Yeah.
Huh. Well, if you're feeling lucky, you want to bet on that, yeah, go right ahead.
Mm-hmm.
But the thing is, what makes that Nuggets team so dangerous? The number one seed in the West, by the way. The thing is that makes
number one seed.
This Nuggets team so dangerous. Like everyone feels like they're back to their best form right now.
Yes, sir. Jamal Murray eased back into where he was at
quicker than I thought too. Because
Aaron Gordon is who he was when they traded for him. When they traded for him, he could arguably actually be better than that. He's playing really well. Jeff Green been playing good lately too. He's
dug somebody.
Yeah, he's catching people on posters again.
Found the youth.
Yeah, he found the youth. Bones Highland's playing well. Bruce Brown's doing his thing. I mean, it's and then Jokic is Yoke. You know what I'm saying? Obviously, he's doing what he's doing, and it's weird to say, but I don't know why. But DJ gives him good minutes.
He gives
him good minutes.
Okay minutes.
Yeah. So this is a team, as a collective ball group. They're playing really well, and I mean, well, they're first seed for a reason,
right?
They're first seed for a reason. But this is a ball group. Again, this is what the potential that we've seen with this team. They are contenders. This should be a team. A championship should be in sight with this team.
But will they get unlucky again?
But, I would say I'm leaning towards yes.
Damn. I was like, damn.
I'm leaning towards yes, but hopefully no, because I would like to see them just lose on their own terms. You know what I'm saying? They just go ahead to
right. They lose because they're just inferior, as opposed to they lose because they're injured to shit right now.
Exactly. It's always I think in sports it's always better to lose to the better man than to have a what if.
Exactly.
It's always better.
And their tenure has legit been what if the past few years. Especially that year, there was a Phoenix in the second round.
Yeah. That was the year I was afraid of that team. I thought they were going to win the championship.
Because they probably would have won the finals that year. It's very possible. Them versus Milwaukee would have been a series I actually would have loved to see.
Yep.
Because I think they would beat the Clippers easily.
Yeah, they would have.
How healthy they would beat the Clippers easily.
Yeah, Zubac would have had a nightmare against him.
But a few questions I want to ask about this game as well.
Mm-hmm.
About the other side, the Suns. DeAndre Ayton. You think he finishes the season as a Sun?
I think he finishes the season as a Sun. I think he finishes the season as a Sun now. After the season, there's a lot of cause for concern.
Because it's looking like this might be a point where it could be choose me or choose the coach. It might get to that situation because this is not the first time DeAndre and Monty Williams have been at outs with each other.
It's not the first time. I remember those reports before the season started, and they're asking, he's like, "Oh, I haven't spoken to him since we lost to Dallas."
Right.
And we're just like, that's weird.
And how many minutes he played in that Mavericks game? That game started like 10 minutes,
something like that. Yeah.
Because people say he may have quit in that game 7.
I personally think he did. And this season is showing it's kind of a reason why I could stay on that. He just looks like a different player.
But he looked underwhelming all year last year, though.
Right. And to my point, I think he just quit the whole year. He was just on that. He was just...
Oh, he was like kind of like on cruise control all
year.
Yeah, okay.
The whole year is what I'm saying. I think he was on cruise control the whole year. And in that game 7, he just said, you know what? I'm just done. I don't care anymore until I get my money. Now, this year, he plays with so much energy. He plays with a lot of desire. It's just a difference. You could just... Crashing boards is effort. You gotta want it. You know what I'm saying? And
I think Westbrook averaged 11 rebounds.
Right. It's all effort. That's all it is. Because he has the size for it. And last year, it didn't seem like he would chase him down. It didn't seem like he wanted. Now, this year, I've seen Ayton run from an end to the other end and grab a rebound. You know what I'm saying? I'm watching Ayton call for the ball on the post, and he wants to go to work on the post because he thinks he could score and dominate. It's just completely different. He still has this problem with Monty, and like Alex said, it could be a me or him situation. So this is concerning. I do think he will finish the season, though. I do think that.
Think finish the season?
I think he finishes the season, but I cannot answer you. I cannot say, will he be a Sun next year? I can't say that. I can't say that. It's a problem.
Damn, imagine Indiana got him and they got this version of him too.
They would have been way ahead of time. They would have been way ahead of schedule. Indiana with this version of Ayton is a serious problem, bro.
That pick and roll do with Halliburton and it would have been
unstoppable. It would have been unstoppable. Because this is a pick and roll with Ayton that's going well, where they washed Chris Paul. So imagine with the new point guard.
Oh yeah, Chris Paul sucks, by the way. I don't know if I knew this. Yeah, he's kind of bad.
That's another thing.
He can still make though.
That's another thing I give.
He got the brain. You see, the brain's still there.
That's always gonna be there. That's another thing too. Like they be like
he just can't shoot.
Yeah, exactly. That's another thing. Like dealing with that, and they still got a decent record, and that's a lot because Devin Booker
averaged like 40.
Devin Booker averaged like 40, and
so they beat this team. That was New Orleans dropped down to 60.
Yeah, he dropped down to 60, and DeAndre Ayton's having a really good season as well. So
people talking about the burnout right for Luka Doncic.
Yeah,
you think I have a D-Book?
I don't know why D-Book seems like one of those players. I feel like that would never happen to him for some reason.
Really?
I don't know. It just feels like I don't know. It just feels like scoring is in his blood, and that's probably the easiest thing that he does. Like it's probably just what I'm saying. Like I don't know. That's how I feel.
I could see that.
Yeah, that's how I feel with him. Like it's like for him, he's like it's not a problem. This is what I've always done.
Not because he does score with ease.
Yeah, he scores with ease. Like when he scores, it's always like smooth. That's how he's always been. That's literally his bread and butter. So I feel like it's like, bro, all I do is get buckets.
Right.
So I wouldn't say. I don't think that's something that I'm concerned with him specifically. Luka's different because Luka's doing everything for this team, and Luka's more of a bigger player. You know what I'm saying? Devin Booker's more of a slimmer dude. I can see Devin Booker having more stamina than he does, and Devin Booker is what Chris Paul does. Luka does it as well. Luka is Devin Booker and Chris Paul for the Mavericks. You know what I'm saying? Where Devin Booker just relies on one thing. So I don't think so.
Okay, all right. No, not because I see like it feels like Suns have to win games because he has to drop 50.
I've seen that.
That's why it's kind of cause concern. Granted, I will say this: Mikal Bridges is probably having his best scoring season of his career right now.
Yeah, that's true. It's funny you mentioned that. They have other guys playing better, and it still feels like he has to do that, which is weird.
Which I'll say this though, it doesn't help that Cam Johnson's off for probably the year.
Yeah, that's huge for them.
Jay Crowder still want to clock out, so
which I still don't understand.
Jay Crowder, and the thing is like Damian Lee's playing all right, Cam Payne's playing all right, Shammy playing all right, but for how long?
That's true. But what I was saying is weird because you mentioned the guys that are playing well. You would think that they have a more dominant record.
You would think they'll be what they were last year.
Yeah.
Because I swear it feels like at times their players are playing better this year than last year. They're just losing games.
And they're just still losing. Right? So it's just weird to me. It's just weird to see how that's unfolding. But I don't think Book will burn out.
Yeah, I don't think the Suns want this first round matchup either. It's playoffs start today.
Who will they have?
Clippers.
Ooh. They don't want them. No one wants the Clippers, bro. No one wants to see them. They're that team of this year. Nobody want to see the Clippers. Nobody want to see us.
They only want a game and a half behind the first seed too.
Clip?
Yeah.
Yeah, they've been winning because they got Kawhi and Paul George.
Do you know the Kings are 2 games behind the first seed?
2 games?
That's how close the West is, by the way. They're like all like.
That's how the West is. Yeah, the West is. That's another reason why I'm not too stressed out about our record because I feel like where we're at, we're still in this.
Yeah, all you gotta do is just go to Mets and win streak and you're good.
Yeah, you're good. It's just the West is just it's a dog. It's a war. It's what it is. It's a war there, and but yeah, with the Clippers because they Kawhi and Paul George there. Got both of them right now.
Hey man, good gang dope bang, I guess.
Yeah, but I'm going with Denver easily with ease. I'm picking Denver here.
I think 2.5 point favorites. I think it's what it is right now. So I'm assuming they cover.
Oh yeah, they cover. They cover.
Yeah, I think they cover too. I don't think it's again with everyone healthy for Phoenix. I could just be in a pretty decent game, but like with everyone like out, this is going to be amazing.
Oh, great win too for Denver. They recently stomped Memphis.
Oh, on Tuesday. Oh yeah,
they destroyed them.
I'm like, oh my god, I'm like, what are you talking about?
They stomped.
Yeah. literally from tip up, I think
From
too.
tip, they destroy them.
Yeah, I'm telling you, man, listen,
Denver.
they
Look out.
Look
Look out. Yep.
But anything else you want to say?
Yes, I want to say happy holidays to everybody. This is always I love. We got NFL games, we got NBA games, sports. I'm a junkie of that, so it's like it's Christmas for me. It really is Christmas.
It's really Christmas, right?
Mhm.
So that'll be all on that note. Be sure to subscribe to Sports Dynasty and Mafia Sports Report. I don't know when the ACE shakedown is going to be because literally the games are on Saturday, so I legitimately have no idea.
That's interesting, yeah.
So I will plug that in, but I don't know when it's going to be, so I can't say yes or no to that.
Mm-hmm.
So there you go. So, but stay safe during the holidays. Spend time with your family.
Happy New Year
and Happy New Year.
Yes,
for sure.
The next episode of Bucketphoria, will it be in 2023?
It's going to be 2023.
It's going to be in 2023.
You're not going to be here, right?
Yeah, I won't be the next one, but it will still be in 2023, right? Or are we going to wait?
No, I think we're going to wait till.
So the next episode will be in 2023. I will see you guys next year.
See you guys next year, okay?
Yes, sir.
And by all means, happy holidays. Peace out, y'all.
Peace.